McGregor, and introducing Kevin McGregor is Kevin McGregor.
All right. I'm Kevin McGregor. I'm this group's financial advisor. Here is my required disclosure. So, over the last few months, we've seen a lot of volatility in the market. This has made many people afraid to invest and want to get out of the market. I will show you some reasons why it's best to stay in the market for long-term investment planning. All right, this first slide looks at equity returns from 1825 to 2024. So that's a 200-year period. It shows the percentage increase or decrease in the market for each year during that 200-year period. As you can see, the most common market returns were a gain between 0 and 10% per year. The second most common gain was between 10% and 20%. It also shows that there were more up years than down years, as the up years are on the right side of this dotted line. It's important to note, too, that there were only 9 years in the last 200-year period that were down more than 20%. So history shows us that true market crashes are extremely rare and don't last long. So the second slide shows the cycle of market emotions when it comes to investing. One thing that affects people's investment success is their emotions around investing. When the market is doing well, people are most confident, and when the market peaks is when they're at their most confident about investing. Then when the market begins to fall, people get anxious, fearful, and even panic. And as the market reaches the bottom, people often want to sell. These instinctive emotions encourage investors to buy when the market's high and sell when the market is low, which is the exact opposite of what they should do. At times like this, when the market is down, people should stay invested so they don't miss the recovery. In fact, when the market's down, may even be a good time to invest more. So this third slide shows the cost of trying to time the market. The slide shows what happens if you miss the best weeks of the market. Over the last 20 years, if you invested in the S&P 500, you would have earned an average of 10.4% per year. But if you missed the 10 best weeks in that 20-year period, you would have only earned about 5.7% per year. And if you missed the best 20 weeks in that 20-year period, your return would have only been about 2.7% per year. This shows the importance of staying in the market because we don't know exactly when those best weeks will be. So this slide shows the ups and downs of the market within a year. So there are times within a year when the market is down. The most recent example that I want to point out is year 2020. This was the COVID year when the market finished up by 18.4%, but at one point during the year, the market had been down 33.66%. If investors had sold out when the market was down 33+%, they would have missed the recovery that caused the overall year to be up by 18.4%. So this is a key, and this is one thing that gets people off track. 2011 was another year where the market was down a total of 18.64% at one point during the year, but ended up 2%. So should stay in the market to not miss the recoveries. And finally, this last slide shows the growth of $1 invested in 1926. As you can see, over the years, there have been times when the market was down, but overall, the market has been up long term. You can even see this was the COVID year when the market was down a little bit, but overall, the market has been on an upward trend. So in conclusion, as a financial advisor, my job is not only to help clients select appropriate investments, but also help them stay invested, especially in times of market decline. So if you know anyone who needs help to prepare for retirement but is hesitant about where to invest their money, that's a perfect referral for me. Tell them to relax and call Kevin with Avantax.